Hello, my name is Chloe and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be going through the list of things you should not say to a person with tattoos. I have 8 tattoos and each one of them I carefully thought about before I got them done, and each one of them tells a story, which makes it even more annoying when people tell me you're going to regret that when you get older. Does it affect you in any way if you think that I'm going to regret them? No. So why do people think it's any of their business but my own? Each one of my tattoos tells a story. So when I'm old and grey and my tattoos are between layers of wrinkles, I'm going to remember all of the stories that are on my skin. I'm not going to be regretting them because I thought carefully about each and every one of them. And that gets me into another really common and very annoying question I get is, what do they mean? I am not going to sit there and explain to you every single tattoo and the meaning behind every single one of them. They all mean something, but they're about me. They're not to please anybody else. They're not for other people to understand. They're only for me. And if you're one of those people that just get tattoos because you like them, there's nothing wrong with that. For me, it's a personal preference. If you like tattoos because you like getting them done, that's fine. If you like getting them because you want meaning behind them like I do, that's fine. But my tattoos are not for anybody else, they're only for me. An extremely common and very annoying question I get quite often is, did that hurt? Oh dear Lord, that question is annoying, especially when people ask me how much it hurt. I can't explain to somebody who has never had a tattoo what a tattoo feels like. If you have gotten a tattoo, you would understand it doesn't feel like any other pressure or pain, it feels completely different. So I can't explain that to anybody else. I've had people ask me how much they cost. Why do people need to know that? If they're asking generally how much a tattoo will cost them, I can give them a rough estimate, but I'm not a tattooist. I can't give you a quote for how much a tattoo is going to cost you. If you want a tattoo that's about yay big and it's halfway down your back, you're not sure if you want color or if you just want black or if you want shading, I have no clue how much that's going to cost you. So please don't ask somebody that unless they're a professional tattooist and they are giving you a direct quote. But the end result might be more expensive or less depending on how long the tattoo takes and if you want color, if you want shading. There is so much that goes into it, so please avoid this question. And please avoid giving backhanded compliments. And what I mean by this is people that say, well, personally, I'd never do it, but they look good on you. That is extremely rude. Me personally, I don't give a crap. If somebody doesn't like them, that's not my fault and it's not up to me to please anybody else. But unless you want to sound like a total asshole, please don't say this to somebody with tattoos. It might sound nice to you, but it might come across really, really rude to the other person. And please never ask a person with tattoos if you can touch them. Tattooed skin and normal skin feels exactly the same. The only time it feels different is while it's healing, when the tattoo might be slightly raised and it sort of has a little bit of a sensation that's different to normal skin, but apart from that, it feels exactly the same. And specifically for me, most of my tattoos are on my chest, so that makes it even more creepy when people ask if they can touch it. No, you can't touch my tits. Back off. And please never ask a person with tattoos, why would you do that to yourself? That is extremely rude. Tattoos are a personal thing, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If I like my tattoos, that's all that matters. I don't give a crap if you like it or if you hate it, or if your opinion of me is so much less because I have a tattoo. If you don't like it, please just keep your mouth shut. You know the saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I've been asked before if I would ever get a full sleeve, and the answer is no. And I do have a funny story behind this. Back when I only had one tattoo and I knew very little about tattoos, I was having a text conversation with somebody and he just mentioned that he wanted to get a sleeve. And I was very confused because the conversation we were having had nothing to do with tattoos and he just brought it up and I was like, what? I had no clue what he was talking about, and I had to ask him to elaborate. Like, you want a sleeve? Like, I had no clue what he was talking about, and he had to explain what a sleeve was. But now I know a lot more about tattoos, and the answer would be still no. And I hope this doesn't come across as a backhanded compliment, but I don't mind them on other people, but I don't want them on myself. I want my tattoos to mean something. Maybe in the future I might end up with a full sleeve or a lot more tattoos than I have now, but me personally, with my own preference, I don't want it done. And the last question is something I can't personally relate to, but I know other people who can. And this is that setting a bad example for your children? No, it's not. I have a friend who is heavily tattooed, and she had a lot of tattoos before she had kids. And no, I honestly don't think it's setting a bad example. Unless you've got penis tattoos all up and down your arms, no. All of her tattoos are ones she's really thought about, ones that she has drawn herself and got tattooed on her, and some of her new tattoos are about her kids. So if you have kids, please don't think that you can't get a tattoo. Go nuts. If you already have tattoos, continue. You're not setting a bad example unless you have a tattoo that is extremely offensive. Apart from that, it's perfectly fine. Go nuts. If you have tattoos and can relate to any of these questions, please write it in the comments and let me know. Or if you would like to add extra questions or comments, please let me know as well. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you next week.